just going to talk and answer a few of the evaluation questions.
So we're going to answer the, looking back at your prelim and theory task, what do you feel you have learnt in the progression from it to the full product? We think we've learnt a lot, and we think we've learnt a lot more camera shots and how to use the camera for a start. We've learnt a lot about editing and how to use the Macs.
Yeah, also we used live type for like our credits, and that was a lot better than just using like subtitles and stuff that's on iMovie, and I thought that really like helped us with our project.
Yeah, if you actually watched our prelim task, you'd find that it's quite boring. We've learnt to sort of, you need a bit of a storyline, well obviously, but a bit of narrative enigma always helps. And
Also learn you do quite, when you're filming, it helps if you take quite a few shots, just like look around the area, see how many shots you can find, see if there's any better ones, because we've had quite a trouble with reshooting. We had to shoot quite a number of times, and just before we actually reshot about 3 times, but for the 3rd time we used that because we just totally changed our narrative, and we like how it is now, but it's still quite a lot of hassle to.
Yeah, we also learned that you sort of need to plan what you're going to do, so you can't just really go out with a camera and shoot. You do need to sort of plan it so you know what you need to be doing, and just letting the camera keep going for a bit even though you don't really need it always helps to make your shots a bit longer, so you've got extra footage. Even if you're not planning to use it, it comes in handy sometimes.
Yeah, and also learn about like music and how that can impact it. Like it can be quite an important part of it can be quite an important part of the film, and it can like change the genre just from having music. And we ourselves like great at making music, but we found the piece of music that we thought really helped to get the storyline across and fit into the rom-com.
Yeah, you've also got to be sort of really clear on what you're going to do, and then what works within the genre and that kind of things, because we did quite a lot of things, but it seemed to fit more into the horror genre, so we had to change it because it just didn't fit. So you had to be really, really clear on what you knew would fit.
Yeah.
We had to learn a lot about the cameras, so how they would work. We had to use like the focusing. We generally did use the automatic settings because we weren't doing anything too fancy. But yeah, it was like we had to use different shots and different angles just to make sure we had extra footage. We had to learn a lot about how the camera works and that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, we didn't actually use the V-Mic because we weren't really filming anywhere that needed it, but I think well, we know how to use it for the part anyway, but I think like the equipment that we've used really helped us to.
When we did the voiceover, we used a voice recorder instead of the camera, just so that the sound was better quality. Yeah.
And also I think the use of the vlogs really helped us to plan out what we're going to do. Search down like film openings in the rock language.
Yeah, we went on YouTube quite a lot and we watched film openings from our genre to make sure that ours fit. So we'd learnt a lot more since our preliminary task, and we didn't really know all that much. But now we think we know a lot more, and we've proved that in our film opening, hopefully.
And also, I forgot what I was going to say. Had some questions.
iMovie was the best product that we could have used, and I think it did help because it had a lot of things that made our film work. So yeah,
I think we have learned quite a lot from since we didn't have a preliminary task.
Yeah, when we were trying to edit our preliminary task, we couldn't do much. We just knew how to put basic transitions in and how to practically cut it and put another shot there. But now we know sort of what works and that you actually use a lot of different takes. You can't just use one long one. Yeah, I think we've learnt a lot.
Yeah.